Yes, good evening. My name is Timothy Ofebu. I am live from the House of Motivation, my office in Abuja. And this evening, I'm so happy and so glad to talk about one of the most surprising things that ever happened in Nigerian political history recently, which is the phenomenon called Peter Obi and his movement. And I am making this video to throw in more light, give advice. Now, some of you may not know, except few closer friends of mine, that apart from being an evangelist and a journalist and a humorist, environmentalist, that I'm also a political consultant. And I have done it quietly without publicity in Abuja. And what I'm going to say, for those that truly love Peter Obi, it will make a lot of sense to them. Now, let me start by saying this, that I am happy, very, very happy, extremely happy that Mr. Peter Obi is running for the president of this country. I am happy that he saw the handwriting on the wall in the People's Democratic Party, quit the party, and joined the presidential race through the Labour Party. If the goodwill that he has garnered over this week is anything to go by, honestly, he will go far. Very, very far. And I am happy. Not just because I'm an Igbo or a Christian or a Catholic. No. I am happy that Mr. Peter Obi is bringing in fresh air into our politics. Issues are going to be discussed, especially economy is going to be discussed. It's going to take the center stage. And with his pedigree and his antecedent and what he has done in Anambra State, and being somebody that is an entrepreneur, somebody that have managed resources, both human and materials, very well, Peter will go far. When you compare him with two major candidates, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and compare him with Alhaji Bola Tinubu, honestly, in a sane environment, there shouldn't even be comparison, because Atiku rose from being the controller of custom in government. Before that, I don't think anybody knew much about him. He spent most of his days in civil service. So his first contact with wealth should be from the time he became the controller of custom and other political appointment. Then Tinubu, also from the time he worked at Mobile, from there resigned and joined politics. Nobody knew so much about them being creators of wealth. But Peter started business from his university days and built his own business empire. And government is business. So we need a businessman. I'm not relegating Kwankwaso of NMPP at the background, no. But I'm just being honest in my comparison. Having said this, with all the shiny qualities of Mr. Peter Obi and the goodwill that he's getting from all over Nigeria and even abroad, I want to be very honest to the supporters today. He still have so many rivers to cross. Number one is that a lot of people are perturbed when people like us discuss structure. They said We are his structure. We, the people, are his structure. Please, let me paint the picture to you for you to know what you are talking about. Nigeria have 180,000 polling booths. 180,000 polling booths. It could be more. With the way registration is coming, I'm seeing us having up to 200,000 polling units by February 28, 2023, when we will do the election. If that is to be good supporters of Peter, marketing him at the social media is okay. Marketing him at the shop, closing shop to get PVC and everything is okay. But you have to organize yourselves and enter the Labour Party so that you will officially be the agents that will mount these 180,000 polling units. It means that you have to ask yourself, where am I going to vote? If you look at your PVC or go to the INEC and check where your polling unit is going to be, you now have to go and register under Labour Party as a member so that you can volunteer to be an agent in your polling booth. It means that on the day of election, you or group of friends or those of you that agree on those that will be the polling agents will be there as early as 7 a.m. to monitor and make sure that voting materials arrive in time. When they arrive in time, being an official agent, if your party gives you that with letter backing it up and card, you can now examine this thing to know if they are true. All the materials that are needed, voting material, inks, everything. And after that is being done, you will sit down there with 4 of you or 2 of you to wait until the last person casts the vote. Then the counting will begin. Stalin, former leader of Russia, says, and I quote, "The problem is not with voting. The problem starts with those who count and record the votes." Those who count and record the votes. If you cast your vote and go home and you are not there to effectively monitor the counting and the recording, whereby your phones now come as an agent, you screenshot the result and send it to Labour Party headquarters and INEC headquarters for them to know that the polling unit at Fege Onitsha, polling unit zone A, recorded 250 for Labour Party. You have the screenshot and you have sent it to INEC and you have also sent it to the Labour Party. That is how you will secure the votes. If you are not there as agents of Labour Party, other people may, number one, buy votes. And after buying the votes, they may destroy votes cast for your principal or your candidate, Peter, and declare them invalid. Or they may record something else for him. Assuming he got 250, somebody will remove 0 from it and he will get 25, thereby losing in the polling booth. Please, all this goodwill and all the publicity in the social media. There is no polling booth in the social media. You have to take it to where you, as a person that love him, have to vote. And it's where you have to vote that you will organize others so that among you, you will volunteer how to protect the vote. And now you see why people are talking about structure. How do you convince your friends in Zamfara, Sokoto, Maiduguri, Damaturu in Yobe? In Zamfara, there's a place called Talata Mafara, Kaura Namoda, Guzo. In River, there's a place called Bonny Island. How do you make sure that youths form a very big network? Supporters of Peter forms a very big network, either on the social media or somewhere, whereby these youths will now be reporting at your group or portal that we have people now in every polling unit, and we have gotten an agent, we have registered in Labour Party, and we are going to volunteer to stay there from 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock when the vote closes, and we are going to be there when it's counted and transmitted to the INEC office. That is how to win an election. But there is stage 2. Apart from 180,000 polling units all over Nigeria, you, the supporters, also need 8,700 people in every ward. Now, about 4, 5, 6 polling units makes up a ward. So you need those that are called ward coordinators. The duty of this ward coordinator is to pick his phone on the election day and now say, Ward A, what's the result there? They say, Peter got 20, you record 20. Can you send me the screenshot? They send the screenshot. Ward B, what about Ward B? 40, he or she will record it. And after recording the whole polling unit that makes up that ward, like my town, Azibo, is a ward. We have about 6 polling units in my hometown. So the whole town is a ward. So we need somebody or people up to 10 now that will be the ward coordinators, that will make sure that a person that is in Ward A didn't betray us, and that we transmitted. Now, let me shock you. February 25 this year, 2022, President Muhammadu Buhari signed the Electoral Act, new Electoral Act. And do you know what that Electoral Act says? That votes that are casted in the polling units will be collected in the wards. That is, they will count it. After counting it at the units or polling booths, it goes to the wards. It's at the ward that it will be signed. The agents will sign that this is the vote we believe that we witness being counted. And immediately there, they will fill a form. And from the ward, the result will go straight to the INEC in Abuja. No more local government, no more state. That's the beauty of it. So if you don't have people that are strong in the ward that can betray your candidate, if you don't have somebody that will stay there and make sure that this thing is transmitted straight to the INEC headquarters electronically, all your efforts are in vain, because this is Nigeria. Look at what happened in the recent elections that are being done. From movement from the electoral booth to the ward, the ballots in Ekiti were snatched and destroyed. And they were paying people 10,000 so that their PVC will be used at the poll unit. This is where now the ward coordinators and the polling unit coordinators comes in strong. So by the time you people now said, okay, we have a group that in every ward in Nigeria, we will have 8 people, 8 supporters who are also now members of Labour Party. Because you can't just walk out from nowhere and say, oh, well, I'm for Peter Obi. The INEC will ask you which party. Say, I don't have a party, and just somebody that loves him, you know, they will never give you the access. You have to be a party member. So registering your PVC is not enough. You have to register as a member of Labour Party so that you will be either a person manning the booth that is near you so that they will not do something funny, or you are manning the ward. After having the ward coordinators, you move to the 3rd level, local government. Local government is for mobilization. You have to go to the local government in time. Because if you don't have people, executives in each local government, who will distribute the handbills, who will paste the posters, who will put on the billboards, who will go to the market and to the school, have street carnivals, and promote your candidates in the local government. Now, unbelievably again, you need about 774 local government coordinators. This thing can be volunteer. You can volunteer on your own when it reaches the local government in mobilization and campaign. You can call yourselves Nigerian Youths for Peter Obi, might be your group. This one will be Better Nigeria for Peter Obi. This one will be Women for Peter Obi. This one will be Students for Peter. Whatever you call, that's why it's called a political name. So you people now on your own will begin to sanitize the local. That's why it's even local in their own local language. You can go on television, on radio to talk about your candidate without insulting the other candidates. You can now say why they can't vote for your candidate without insulting the other candidate, okay? You people now will go. By the way, we have about 300 languages in Nigeria. We have 6 major ones: Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Ijaw, and then we have what we call Kanuri. Kanuri is in Borno and Yobe. So how do you now have people in these major languages? You create jingles, you create songs, you dress in your local attire to talk to your own people in your own language to market your candidates. That's what the local government, you now have a local government liaison officer that will be somewhere, an office where people will come and be registering to be volunteers. People who go door to door, people who go to churches, people who go to mosques, people who go to business centers, people who go to markets, people who stage plays, people who carry some of his videos, translate it in local language, play it with projector in the market in the evening for people to hear. You move down to level 4, states. You need state coordinators in 37 states of this country. People say we have 36 states. I say no, Abuja is a state too, even though they don't call it state. So you need executive people who will now sit in the states, get donations, money, how they will now in every capital of the state and major state. Let me use my state, Anambra. You think now that you stay in Awka and talk about Peter Obi, it's okay. But there are major towns in Anambra like Onitsha, like Ihala, like Nnewi, like Ekwulobia. Every major town, how do you now set up people that will go there? And from center, that is the capital, these people will control them. After states, you still move to another level. Geopolitical zones. We have 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. We have the northeast, the northwest, the north central, three of them are called the North. And in the South, you have the Southeast, the Southwest, and you have the South-South. They are called the South. Now, you have to devise a means in picking some of them where your candidate is not so popular. Obi is more than popular in South-South, more than popular in Southwest, popular in Southeast. But what about North Central? What about Taraba? What about Bauchi? What about Kwara? About this, I returned from Kwara, you know. So I asked some people, yeah, they like it, but they've not had so much. So who will go to Kwara? What is the plan of the campaign team and his supporters for Kwara in marketing him? Then the Northwest, that have the biggest 35% of votes in Nigeria, comes from Northwest, which is now Kanu, Kaduna, Katsina, Zamfara, Birnin Kebbi. How do you go there, Gombe? How do you? So you now notice you need to network with other youths that are from that side, that are from North. People that can speak Hausa, people that can act Hausa drama, people that can do jingles in there, people that can meet people in their local markets again. And that is why it's called campaign networking. You see how structures are built. You need somebody to go to this Northeast. You have a very good presence now in the Northeast. Good for supporters of Peter. Northeast has very large Christian population, especially Taraba and Adamawa, and this is where Atiku is from. So you need to go in time, set up structure. Structure simply means the vehicle you will use to present and market your candidate in an acceptable way to the electorate. So when people talk about structure, they say people are the structure. It means you don't know politics. Let me tell you, if Obi scores 60 million and he did not have 25% in 24 states of this federation, 2/3. Listen to me. He scores 60 million votes, but he didn't get 25% in 24 states of this country, 2/3, and another person scores 50 and get 2/3 in 25 states, the person will win. Popular vote alone will not win. We saw it happened between Trump and Mrs. Clinton. Mrs. Clinton gave Trump more than 9 million in popular votes, but the winning didn't spread to other votes. So what if the whole Southeast, South-South, and Southwest vote for Obi? He will not win, because he will still go to at least North Central or Northeast, and that's why it's Federal Republic. He's not going to be the president of Christians in Nigeria or the president of Southern Nigeria. He has to win at least in some of these states 25%. So great job need to be done. This is not just about the emotion and sentiment that if the vote is cast today, that your candidate will win. I'm explaining this in details because some of you don't understand what structure. When people mention structure, say, we the people, we are the structure, we are his structure. Honestly, you are not. You are just his supporter. You are the person that will vote for him. I ask you again, what plan do you have for him in Northeast? Have you contacted your friends there, people you did use service with or you school there, and they begin now to say, we have an office, we will reach out to the Hausas, you reach out to the Fulanis, reach out to the Igwiras in Kogi, reach out to the Kanuris in the Northeast, reach out to the Shambas in Taraba and Yobe. What do you know about the Galas? What do you know about the Thieves? What do you know about the Domas? What plans do you have for them? So that I'm saying this so that somebody will record this and notice how this thing is being done. I'm just telling you because for 2 years I'm studying. I'm a consultant. I'm giving you how it is done. Now, you now move to the last, financing the campaign. I made a post that so many people misunderstood the other time. I said that even if Obi is good, when he was in PDP, that financing may be the issue. Now, to be very honest with you, mathematically, to be a presidential candidate in Nigeria and run an efficient, effective political campaign, your budget will be from 500 billion to 1 trillion. 500 billion naira to 1 trillion naira. It's even very, very much higher in US. You may be wondering how. Okay, let me explain to you. You see, staging rallies from September 28, Peter Obi, Atiku, Kwakwanso, and others, Bola Tinubu will start their campaign. They need to be hiring their own plane, private jets. They need to be hiring helicopters. They need to be hiring cars. They need to be in every radio station and in every language. They need to do television adverts. They need to do digital adverts. They need to print handbills that will reach to 200 million Nigeria in so many languages. He have to dress like a Hausa here, dress like a Yoruba here, dress like a German here, dress like a Igbo man here, dress like a wearing suit. He have to pay staff, pay volunteers. They have to buy fuels. Jingles have to be done. That is why it is calculated this way. Let nobody deceive you that there won't be so much involvement of money. So, if you are saying you are his structure, remember that time will come when your group have to do crowdfunding, like you now call yourself Better Nigerians for Peter Obi. You now have to set up your structure, get your own money. That's why when you listen to adverts, political campaign, at the end they will say, this advert is sponsored by Better Nigeria for Peter Obi. It means that they pull their money together to give the radio station and TV station the money, or the newspaper. So you don't expect him to dip his hand in his pocket. I'm sure he doesn't have that kind of money. I'm not his bank officer or accountant, but I don't think even if he has, is he going to use all the money he have in life for his children and grandchildren and do it to do campaign? And do you know? So it doesn't work like that. That's why people need people. And you people that are saying that you are his structure, get organized. This Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all this publicity, I love it. But I'm telling you the truth, there is no time. For now, gather, even if it's 12 people, form your own group. Call it any name. Nigeria loves Peter Obi. Let it be your name and be adding people there so that you will know how you people will get across beyond where you are. How you people will meet offline and begin to talk. How you people will go and register in Labour's party so that you'll be an official delegate or an official agent of the party on the election day. Because I don't want people just to be excited over nothing and be shouting, we know they give shishi. Shishi will come out of you. Because you have to donate to his campaign. The money will be too much when he begins. And I want to warn you that Atiku and Tinubu already have been in this race for a long time. And they have made a lot of people that wouldn't mind donating all kinds of money to their campaign. So it is you now that we begin to discuss in a sober way. After shouting, we are going there, he's already a winner, nothing is stopping us, I am obedient, I'm obified, this is obicracy, I love it. But beyond social media, have you met with friends, sit down and said, in our own zone, in our own ward, in our own polling booth, how do we print posters, handbill, banners for him? How do we pay Wazobia for a slot to do jingle for him when the ban is lifted on 28 September 2022? How do we hire boss for go and meet market women and meet youths? How do we do little drama and concert? How do we hire projector, to screenshot and translate, to screen and translate most of his messages to people near me? That is what structure is all about. PDP and APC have this. And that's why when people say that he has no structure, people misunderstood it, thinking that if 30 people vote for 30 million people vote for him, he has won. It's not true. If he gets all the vote in the southern Nigeria, 60 million, and other zones, he couldn't get, at least because we have at least about 18 states in southern Nigeria. So what about 19 states in northern Nigeria? He is supposed now to at least win comfortably 7 states there again. If he doesn't win, at least he will get 25% of the vote cast there. So I have made politics very simple for you, so that you know how to market your candidate. And your candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, is a gentleman. He has said very often that he's not comfortable with the way the supporters abuse other people who disagree with you. Look, the word campaign is from advertising word to market a product so that the person that you are selling the product to will buy. How will you feel if an akara seller that's supposed to say that this akara is sweet, the beans is not so, I did it today, taste it, is telling you you are stupid, you are an idiot, if you don't buy this akara, you will die. Thunder that will fire you is already loading in hell. This is not how to campaign. Let's be gentle. Focus on the ball. Focus on bringing the uniqueness of your partner. The time you waste bringing the other partners down will not make your own principle to rise. Do you know what Michelle Obama, the wife of Barack Obama, said when they were criticizing the husband? She said, when they go too low, we will go too high. When they go too low, we will go too high. Meaning that they were more interested in what will take Barack Obama high, not dragging with others when they are low. Anyway, my name is Prince Timothy Godwin Ifeanyi Chukwu Ofebu. I'm just contributing my own quota because I want you and your candidate to go far. If possible, win. But to win, you have to follow principles. And that principle is what I have enumerated. 180,000 polling units all over Nigeria. You must have party members there that will monitor the voting, defend the voting, and transmit the result to the wards and to the INEC headquarters, Abuja. 8,700 wards. You must have people there that will make sure that the Form E is filled very, very well and is transmitted to Abuja with us trying to minus votes or take away the votes of your candidate. Local government, 774 local government. You have officers there that will use local languages, that will hire vehicles, go into hinterlands. Like I mentioned Zamfara. I've been to Zamfara 5 times. I mentioned 5 towns there you might not have heard. Diash, Anka, Talata Mafara, Kaura Namoda, Guzo. Do you know there? Who will go there? That's why you need somebody in each local government that will do this for you. You pay the person money or the person volunteers. Okay? 37 states, that is 36 plus Abuja. You need executives there that will plan, raise fund, and distribute to the wards and to the booths and to the local area. Okay? And then you have 6 geopolitical zones where you have to do politics of comparative analysis. Which zone is my candidate not doing well? Your candidate Obi is doing very, very well in Southeast, South-South, and Southwest. But can you say that of North Central, Northeast, and Northwest? So you need to channel your energy now to get your friends, your colleagues, business partners, and begin to market them. So that marketing for them, so that they in their own language and understanding will accept him and thereby market him there for the locals to accept. Politics is local. And stop making Peter Obi to look as if he's an Igbo candidate or a Christian candidate. Market him as a Nigerian that is qualified, that have the pedigree in education, that his certificate is not missing. He attended primary school, secondary school, various universities, have master's degree. He have led a state called Anambra for 8 years and left an indelible landmarks there. That's how to market him. So all these things that Tinubu is Yoruba, Atiku is Hausa Fulani, Atiku is Fulani, Kwankwaso is Hausa, so Peter is Igbo. They are Muslims and he's a Christian. We don't help anybody, because if you talk like that in the north, majority there are Muslims. How will they accept him? So present what he has done, what he's saying, that we need to move from consumption to production. And the only way to fight Boko Haram and other insurgency is by creating jobs. You say these people will listen to what you are saying. Enough of all this abusing person. You are not for us. When Madi is suffering before because he abused Peter. Baka is suffering because he abused Peter. This person is suffering. Peter suddenly is God. Don't idolize him. He's a politician. This is not a do or die affair. Just do your own best. Market your own candidate and bring others to believe in what you believe. So that you go out and get your PVC. You make them to go out and vote that day, whether in rain or sun. Stay and their vote is counted. Make sure it's transmitted after being counted. And you have done your best. Thank you so much. See you some other time. Bye.